I think everyone's waiting in suspense for the stream.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's good to go now.
Figure out how to get the URL.
Yeah, it's really easy. Wait, before I say that.
Be able to get it. It's not live.
Yeah, Jeff, I found the channel, by the way, but yeah, I don't see the live stream.
I think you have to click on the live banner up at the top.
It is there. YouTube.com/@ John M. Chang /live.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, how exciting. KF6YIJ is here with all the buddies.
We really cut the latency down a lot too, so hopefully it's a lot shorter.
Seems to have crapped out. Oh, now it's back. Maybe it's me.
Did you fix whatever it was over at your dad's?
What needed fixing?
Apparently, he cannot watch any live YouTube on his home network.
What? You know, I had a similar problem with my Chromecast, and it has a restricted mode, and you have to click on the little remote symbol, and you have to turn it off every time. It doesn't remember it, so I wonder if it's similar.
Yeah, I do believe it is restricted mode, and I didn't look into it very much, but it said something that it was network-wide due to, your administrator or something.
Well, that's odd. Got his antenna up higher. I was pretty excited about that the other day.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Every time I keep trying to refresh it, it just goes back to the very beginning when you first started the stream.
Yeah, go back to the channel. Go back to the channel and then go to live. You should see the newer broadcast there. I'll try and delete the link to the old one.
Well, what I hear on the YouTube is what I hear on the direct with you, Al. That's pretty cool.
I have my RF gain back way off. It's so quiet. It's very, very quiet.
20 meters is cranking.
I told you, mate.
Blue in New Zealand, he's really got a pile up down there.
Yeah, they're blowing in, mate.
You mean, oh man, what's his call sign?
ZL3 double T.
Oh, okay. I guess I was thinking VK3EY.
Oh, yeah, he runs what, the same radio you're running? Not Ron, what is it? I can't remember.
I thought his name was Blue.
No, EY? No, I'll figure that out in a minute here, but no, EY is somebody else.
Got it.
It's got a hell of a signal.
Yeah, I'm crossing wires,
I don't know, I haven't checked much at 20 meters. It's not my favorite band, but it sounds pretty good. Blue's pretty loud.
it keeps going back to the big.
That's Rob over there in Shepperton, VK3EY.
Got it. Yeah, Jeff, that's weird. I don't know. I pulled it up on another device here. It's working okay.
Hey, Jeff, I had that problem. Just hit the that right arrow button next to the right of pause, and mine just snapped right to live.
Okay.
Boy, your radio is quiet, John.
Oh, yeah. That's what the $400 plus in Ferrites buys you.
It certainly sounds good.
I'm going to take a little detour here for a second just to see if I'm picking up some noise, and then we'll try the phasing. KN6TYF. Okay, we're back.
So, John, not as familiar with this as some of the other guys, obviously, but that what I'm looking at right now, that's your radio, right? That's the ANAN control surface, right? That's how you control it, right?
Yep. That's the beginning and the end of the ANAN.
Well, it sure is pretty.
CQ and standing by.
Oh yeah, man! It this is a little bit customized from the stock, the stock version, but yeah, this is it, man. I should elaborate also that the Hermes Lite has the exact same control surface. So if you see something you like, spend some money on a Hermes Lite.
Oh, buy once, cry once. There was somebody that came in there. You got covered up a little bit by John, but go ahead.
Go ahead, other caller.
Ski Charlie Maritime Mobile QRP. Good evening.
Yeah, Maritime Station. This is Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf. You're actually sounding quite good to me here in Sacramento. Give me the call again if you don't mind. I missed the first part of that.
Yeah, okay, Roger. Kilo Alpha 2 Whiskey Charlie KA2WCC Maritime Mobile. We're off the coast of San Francisco running 1 watt.
Tango.
Off the coast of San Francisco running 1 watt. You sound fantastic to me. Now, I am admittedly up. I just paying attention where I am. I'm looking at the SDR, so I'm listening to you through Half Moon Bay, which is just fantastic. Locally, I haven't tried, but if you want to come back, I'll give you a direct signal check into Sacramento. In fact, while I'm doing that, you can talk to the other guys and see if they can hear you. Anybody else hear the Maritime Station out there in the ocean, west of San Francisco in the Pacific?
Yeah, very loud into Santa Barbara.
Yeah, you guys are all 5'9" here too. By the way, I increased my power to 5 watts, so maybe that brought me up a little bit. Name here is Leo, London Echo Oscar. I'm on a container ship. We're on the way out of Oakland going down to Long Beach.
That's
you're at S9 here in Carson City, just at the base of Lake Tahoe.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you doubled, but I heard both of you. So Tahoe and OC. Very good. Yeah, you guys are sounding great out here. I'm going into about a 30, 40-foot whipper, so it's a commercial antenna that's been decommissioned here on the ship, and that's over the water around, I'd say, 75 feet in the air.
Yeah. You are S9 here in the Oakland Hills. You're probably ground waving it. Nice to hear Maritime Mobile Station. This is Kilo Norway 6 Tango Yankee Fox.
Yeah, KN6TNF WB1G in the group, KA2WCC. Yeah, we're probably ground wave. We're not too far off. Yeah, we were just in Oakland for the day, and I actually had time to get off the ship and head over to Alameda, the Saranac beer house over by the Hornet. So, yeah, that's the deal here. So I'm glad my signal's getting out, and I wonder how I am off the SDR and up into Sacramento with the 5 watts now.
Yeah, Leo, this is Smitty in Sacramento. You are a solid S9 over my noise. I hear you just fine. On the SDR, you're plus 10, so which I would expect. And Half Moon Bay, you're probably line of sight to that antenna. Versus me, you got to hop in there, obviously. But yeah, sounded really good here. Totally. S9, no problem.
Yeah, cool. Well, I just want to say hello real quick, see if this thing was getting out. And I'm going to start packing. I'm heading home the day after tomorrow, so I'll just be listening here in the shack while I pack. And 73DL, and I don't have everyone's call sign, but I have WB1G, KN6TFN. The TFN? Yeah, that's what I wrote anyway. It's KA2WCC Maritime Mobile, running a big 5 watts, and I'll just listen out. Good evening, gents. Thanks for letting me in for a brief moment.
Yeah, just a quick correction. The suffix on the call sign is Tango Yankee Fox TYF. And we happen to be live streaming this evening, so if you want to go find a copy of your conversation a little bit later, look up my call sign on YouTube, and you'll see live stream from tonight. Yeah, so you'll be in there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I always got a kick out of, I work K6C.
That guy's so loud.
On a fairly regular basis, and I always get a kick out of it, hearing what the audio sounds like.
For 5 watts, right?
Yeah. No, I love it. So figure I'd give some other folks the same opportunity, and doing great there, Maritime Mobile. KN6TYF. Have a great voyage.
Yeah, Roger, and QSL on the call sign. Very good. Yeah, I live in Brazil, and I think that might be a good idea. I might live stream some QSOs when I get home. So anyway, 73DL, and have a great evening. Thanks for letting me in. WB1G, KN6TYF, KA2WCC.
And KD6BIS QRP.
Maritime Mobile Station near 59, 59 in Vancouver, Washington.
The ocean.
And 7RYP.
All right, Leo, you're doing a great job in the Santa Barbara. Kilowatt Delta 6 Bravo India Sierra on 5 watts. Doing a fantastic job there, Leo, and the Maritime Mobile.
Hey, Leo, did you hear the station up in Washington State? He got covered up, I think. Or Washington State, give it another chance. Give him a signal report.
Now, Roger, Maritime Mobile, you are 5959, very clear into Vancouver, Washington. Good signal. Have a safe trip. In 7RYP.
Okay, yeah, you're 59 plus here too, and we regularly go up to Tacoma, so maybe we'll catch you next time I'm up there. And KD6B ?S, I copied you also, so very good. But yeah, from Vancouver, Portland area, big signal down here. Same as the other guys down in the southern part of the West Coast.
Now, Roger. Well, travel safe in 7RYP.
Okay, 73 and 73, gents, and we'll look for you again.
Yeah, the rest of the call was Bravo India Sierra in Santa Barbara there, Leo.
Okay, got it. BIS, very good.
Are you going to go inside the Channel Islands or outside? I guess you're going to go in, right?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not up on the bridge right now, but because right now we're in a whale zone, so we're only going like between 8 and 10 knots, and I think we're going to go like south of Catalina and through the Channel Islands, but that's not confirmed yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I know they want you to go 10 knots, but you're inside the Channel Islands because of the whales. So whatever. Anyway. I do a lot of crossings in my commercial fishing boat, so that's what. It's always a bad deal when they shine the spotlight on you to get out of the way. But most of the big ships will actually move a little bit for you.
Well, I am one of the big ships, so we always look out for the smaller vessels, of course.
All right, I'll put up the power here a little bit. All right, very good, Leo, and take care, and hope I don't run into you sometime.
Okay, roger that. 7-3, gentlemen, and it's nice low noise floor. I imagine you guys are probably hopefully having the same thing anyway. And of course, when we're in Oakland or anywhere in the Bay Area, it's just impossible with all the, the receivers are completely saturated. All right, 7-3 everyone. KA2WCC Maritime Mobile QRP. Have a great night.
Yeah, 73s, and this is KN62F. I gotta bounce out for a little bit. I'll leave the stream running. KN62F. See you later.
I will follow you, John, and thanks for the stream. KF6YIJ. Good night. Good night.
All right, mate. 73s from AI6J. Good night.
Catch you later, John. Thanks again.
KF6YIJ. You copy?
Hey, Jeff, what was Leo's call? It was a KA2 something?
I did not write it down.
It's Kilo Alpha 2 Whiskey Sierra. I'm sorry, let me try that again. Scratch that. Kilo Alpha 2 Whiskey Charlie Charlie. That's Whiskey Charlie Charlie.
Oh, very good, Leo. Okay, thanks for that. KD6BIS.
That was Smitty, but you can call me Leo. I don't mind.
And where are you?
Oh, okay. I got you mixed up there, Smitty. With okay.
Smitty, are you Maritime Mobile again without any shorts on?
I'm pantsless on the Sacramento River right now with a cold snack in my right hand.
Yeah, I was a little concerned. I could hear it in your voice.
There was another station that came in there ever so briefly. You had a little noise on you, by the way, but we did hear you. Go ahead. We were just rudely not breaking for you.
I don't know who it might be, but N6RV here. I was looking for Cave6YJ. Apparently he already checked out.
What a signal. What a signal.
Wow, look at that.
You're blowing in here, mate, on the low pass.
That's a specimen of a signal right there.
I'm sorry.
You just missed him. Now you're on the new antenna?
Am I on a new antenna? No, I'm on the one I've always used.
You're 30 over, mate.
Roger that.
How's the signal down there, over?
Give me some audio, I'll check it out.
All right, AI6J, down in Camarillo from the mental hospital. Down here, the last patient standing, over.
Well, my good friend, how you been? You sounding good? You're about 15 over.
Yeah, Roger.
Good, Al.
Over, but I'm only on 80 watts.
I miss you, man.
Yeah, thank you, too. Yeah, I'm only on 80 watts, so thanks for the report. God, you're loud. About as loud as you ever get. I think you're all, like I say, 30 over.
Yeah, they shouldn't have closed Camarillo.
I'm still here, man. I'm still the last one here. I'm holed up in the basement. Anyway, good to hear you, Orange County. The other Orange County.
Yeah, I heard James briefly, and I was tuning up, and I missed him, apparently.
He left about 5 minutes ago, I think. 3 minutes ago.
Well, Scott, you're like 25 over here.
Likewise. Man's holding up good. I just got in a long day at work today, so I thought I'd just come in here and say hello to my pals. Who's all here? Al, you, I got you, I got, who else is up there? We got Sacramento. Is Johnny Boy in?
He was.
John
just left. And so Smitty.
But you got Smitty out here in Sacramento. Hey.
Hey, Smit. How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm living the dream.
Everything's good.
And Alex is out there somewhere in Santa Barbara.
Yes, I am. KD6BIS.
Clearly, the best band conditions we've had on 40 in a really long time for the West Coast.
Yeah, Al, you're almost 10 over.
I mean, I haven't ever heard of where everybody's 10 to 20 over.
Surely you can't be serious, Al.
Except for Orange County. Smitty, you're about F9.
Don't call me Shirley.
You're probably the weak one, but I mean, you're loud. But I mean, this is, considering all of the ionospheric damage that's been caused by everything we're doing, the band is like amazing. And Orange County has that OC signal.
Yeah, you're 5 over to me, Al. So I hear you fine, but compared to the other guys, yeah, you're softer, obviously quieter. But I know you're barefoot like me, so yeah, we're the two quiet ones on the band right now.
We are. I'm 80 watts.
Well, that all depends.
80 watts and proud of it.
You probably heard me on 5 watts.
Well, I probably would. Let's see, Alex. I haven't really looked at the meter, but you're damn loud.
All right, Al. There's 5 watts from Santa Barbara.
5 over on 5 watts.
S9 Sacramento.
The band's good.
Glad we got the band back together.
These are supercharged waltz, and that is the correct statement. The band is back together and going on tour.
So how is Oregon working tonight?
You're working. Are you playing the organ like Al Cooper?
All right, not working. Okay, good enough.
Yeah, we hear you out there, organ. If you're playing the organ like Al Cooper, you're 5 and 9, over.
Oregon, do you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay, our buddy Al down there has our Australian friend. You probably can't hear him. Can you hear him?
I'm only on 1 watt, organ.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's that Ray guy?
You're on the West Coast.
On the west coast of Australia, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't BS a BSer, man.
He's on the far West Coast.
He's far west.
Yeah. He's in Camarillo State Hospital.
Roger, last one is
I can see why.
Statesman, over.
ZQQ.
If you watch the old Dragnet series, you probably saw me sentenced back in 1969.
What about that DQQ? You want to try it? You know, as long as you're having fun BSing everybody on the net, that's cool.
This isn't a net, mate. This is just a group.
Shut up.
Whiskey 6, Juliet Charlie Zulu.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you, sir. That was a joke, by the way. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I'm just running barefoot tonight because it is around 85 degrees in the room.
Jim, you're 5 and 8 in Camarillo at the mental hospital, over.
Roger on the 5-8. You are 5 and 7 into Sacramento.
Roger.
Yeah, Jim, you're worried. You're worried that amplifier's going to heat that shack up a little more?
Yeah, my AC is screaming right now. It is actually in, I think, emergency cool mode. I have the thing set to turn off from 3 to 9 p.m. when the use rate is the highest. So the moment it hit 9 p.m., that compressor kicked right on.
Oh, God, I didn't even know it was 9 o'clock yet. Jeez.
Yeah, I was downstairs the entire time, and I didn't even know it was 9 o'clock until I hear the compressor kick on, and I was like, oh my, it's 9 o'clock already. I wonder what the guys are doing on 40 meter.
You know, I need more gain. This radio sucks.
I don't know. It sounds pretty good here. What kind of radio is it?
Well, what do you think it is? I mean, what does it sound like?
It sounds like something that has a VFO that's just a tiny bit off. I'm going to go with an old Kenwood.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 530.
Oh, no, yes.
I was going to go 520.
Oh, yes.
Okay, is it still off now?
Oh, no, you're good there.
Yeah, this thing is a little pinchy.
It's an old man radio, man. It's older than goddamn me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm old, but you know, this damn thing is older than I am, and I finally figured it out. It's an old piece of shit.
You don't sound old.
No, I don't look old, but I'm 60 years old.
That's not old. That's not old at all.
No, that's not old. That's young.
No, I could still pound the shit out of old, young punks.
And lots of beer.
No problem. I have no problem protecting myself, and that's not an issue.
Man, it's a good thing we're on the radio and not Zoom.
Anyhow, K5 BLS, Carson City.
W6JCZ, Sacramento.
Yeah, KF7Q9, Oregon.
November 6th, Radio Victoria, Radio Free Mission Viejo.
WB1G.
Oh, sweetie, come on, that was intentional.
You know, wait until I blow all my money on cool sound effects. You guys are going to be blown away.
I've got a bunch of cart machines here. I just have to fire them off. Like, here we go. Button press.
Yeah.
Hey, who's at the door? Who's at the door?
Yeah, but get some quality audio. I know I'm anyway, but yeah, you need to get quality audio, but I know I'm speaking to the choir here.
That's right, right.
Quality audio.
Comment on quality audio sounding like that, mate.
Busting my chops on the audio. That's actually completely digital. So, man, tough crowd.
Yeah. My audio is totally analog. This is such a piece of shit. I mean, this is tube.
So, Smitty, did you ever get your RFI situation figured out?
Jim, not fully. And I think it's really due to antenna configuration. It helped a lot. And I redid everything in the shack. And I'm much happier, but it's still hanging around ever so slightly.
Yeah, well, like I said, well, you're at least halfway there, so give yourself a pat on the back, and like me, we're all limited on antenna placement.
Yeah, I have a feeling that when I change up the antenna and actually have a proper countervoice on it, I have a feeling that that's going to make my life a little bit easier because, you saw what I got today, and I'll send you some pictures of them. I've got this stuff wrapped up tight, and right now it actually sounds all right. So it's weird. It seems to do with the match on my antenna, which again reinforces the fact that the problem is likely my antenna. Just like my tuner keeps retuning here. It's tuned twice in the last 15 minutes. So something is a little amiss with the antenna. And we'll kind of wonder if I might go up tomorrow because with our winds today, I kind of wonder if the antenna's had a bit of an issue.
Bad connection.
Wind today? I mean, I know there was wind yesterday and on Monday, but today it's been pretty calm.
Well, maybe down your way. Up here towards the foothills, it was moving.
Roger that. Yeah, consider a dipole. Consider cutting yourself a 40-meter dipole tuned for $71.99. You never touch the tuner again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a LDG Pro 2. What is the model with this? 100 Pro 2.
Hey, I think I had one of those, and they're known to lose their lock, so it may not be anything but the tuner.
It's an all right tuner. It's going to get relegated to my Go kit with my 7300, and I will be upgrading it, of course, probably prior to getting my Mercury 3. Well, definitely before my Mercury 3.
I'm just telling you, that tuner is known to lose the lock, and I had one here, and it used to happen all the time.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That helps me feel a little bit better there, Al. Thanks.
You don't have a radio that you can use exactly the same setup with an internal tuner?
The radio I have a 7610, and there's a 3 or 4 to 1 tuner built into it. So yes, I do have a tuner. Problem is that this is an off-center fed 40-meter dipole, and its placement made it very difficult to tune with the built-in radio tuner.
Got it. Okay, well, it's probably the LDG. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Roger.
This is W6JCZ. I wonder how the others hear me on frequency, given I'm only running 100 watts barefoot tonight.
That would be me, maybe AI6J.
Well, let's ask around. How do you guys all hear Jim at 100 watts?
He's a 4 by 7 to 8 or 5 by 7 to 8, depending.
S8 in Oregon.
Yeah, roger that. I think I'll leave this right where it is.
Hey, Jim. I think it was Jeff, or it might have been John, or shoot, it might have been, where's Mr. Mudd tonight, by the way? Where's Craig? But it's that the antenna only being 10 feet off the ground. That's what's causing trouble. Because I'm willing to bet Al's hearing me a lot stronger, and we're both running 100 watts from relatively the same area. Al, he's about maybe 20 miles to the west as the crow flies, due west of me. So you should hear a similar, obviously antennas differing and such, but yeah, Jim, that's probably it. It's the height off the ground with that dipole you're running.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to keep the room cool tonight, so no amplifier, and I'm trying to keep the power usage down.
Roger.
Whiskey 6 Juliet, Charlie Zulu.
Hey, Smitty, did you build that off-center fed, or is that a commercially available one?
I was lazy. It's a Radio Waves DX40, and it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, it's interesting. I had a 75 meter, or actually an 80 meter off center fed, and I could never get that thing to tune. I actually took it apart, used the wire for something else, and then kept the 4 to 1 balun. But I bought one of the, I think it was an MFJ 2012 a long time ago, and it was a 40 through 10 or 40 through 6 meter off center fed. Dude, that thing was right on the money, right out of the box. I got it up about 30 feet in the air, and I didn't need a tuner on any of the known bands. So if you're that far out with that thing on 40, there's something really wrong with it, and you'd probably be much, much better off once the antenna gets changed out there.
Yeah, can you imagine what I'm going to sound like when I have an antenna that's a lot more resonant? You guys are going to be like, who's this guy talking?
Yeah, actually looking forward to it. I mean, you don't have a weak signal now, but it should be really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
No, 40 meters has been very, volatile lately. You know what I mean? It's been very, like in the morning and afternoon, it's been up and down.
Yeah, earlier we were seeing good 15 dB swings. Like I'd hear one of the guys, I think I was talking to Craig and a few others, and Craig was strong, but whoever else we're talking to, he was 10 over, 15 over to me, and then he was S8, and then he was back up to 10 over. So, yeah, it was definitely crikey in the early evening.
Crikey!
Yeah, you're really loud up here in Oregon. KF7 QNI.
AI6J.
Oh, you're starting to fade for me, Al. Can you give us a little bit more beans? Or are you at a full 100 right now?
I was way off the mic, crikey. Sorry. Also the ones from down under are not rated the same as stateside, over. factor that in.
Yeah, right. Now I look at the meter and you're 20 over. You're doing fine there, sir. You Joey. I'm going to call you Joe. Isn't it? No, Joey's a kangaroo, or baby kangaroo, right?
Now, name
Kangaroo.
is Joey when I'm down under, over.
Beautiful.
Kangaroo radio.
Be good if your kilo radio. I would use that, I think.
It's kind of like our courtroom, kangaroo courtroom, right?
Sure.
Kangaroo is popular these days.
All right, guys, I'm going to run a little amplification now, around 150 watts, now that the room has cooled down significantly.
Well, we hear you. You're F7 down at the mental hospital, over.
Roger on the S7, and I heard someone boot up Windows 95 over there.
Yeah, that was me. That was just my sign that we can hear you.
Roger. Yeah, Smitty. I haven't heard that boot up sound in a while, but, over the weekend when I set that old computer up and fired it up, I got that ta-da sound. Blasting fast right there.
There's 2 S units of QSB on him. You're hearing that same thing, Smitty?
Hey, sorry about that. The XYL came in and she got all the attention. You guys got completely shafted. That's what she said. What was that?
I said he had 2 S units of QSB on him. He was almost an S9. Then went right down to the noise level, S6, 7.
Come again there, Jim. Let me hear you.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pump this up to 150 watts there. How do you sound?
You did get S9 here.
Nope, sorry, go ahead.
S9 Camarillo.
Yeah, S9 down the street from you. Rockland. Yeah, and on the SDR you're S9 too, so that's about what you're squeaking out right now.
Yeah, it would be better with 1,000 watts.
6 JCZ.
Is there a breaker in there? I heard a weak one.
Don't be scared of our Aussie friend. His bark is worse than his bite.
Come on in. We're very loving. Even if that's a word you don't hear on the amateur bands too often.
All right, yeah, I'm looking at John's SDR as I'm transmitting. Here's 200 watts right out the back door. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. We'll see what I look like on the SDR. Over.
S8 in Camarillo.
Yeah, you're getting solid, Jim.
Boy, whoever this guy is that's running net control for this contact
on your 7610
thing on 194 is dirty as hell.
I'm going to keep talking for just a little bit so you can pull your phone out and take that picture and send it to me as a text message. I want to see how I look on your scope. Over. W6JCZ, Woodland, California.
Yeah, so you got covered up there by Jeff, Jim. Sorry about that. Give me the first part of that again. What about my scope?
Yes, I'm going to talk for a while here at 200 watts. If you can pull your phone out and take a picture of that spectrum scope on your ICOM 7610 and text that to me so I see what kind of signal I'm putting out to you. I know you're probably not the most representative because you're so close to me, but I just want to see what kind of RF I'm putting out. W6JCZ.
Well, in all fairness, I've got 6 dB of attenuation in right now, and I've played with the gain a little bit. How would you like things? No attenuation and unity gain?
Yeah, the same way I have it set. So no attenuation, no gain, scope reference at 0 dB. So I think on the 7610, the scope setting is independent from the radio itself, right? So if you set the scope to 0 dB, it should show the raw signal independent of what you've made on the actual receiver.
Okay, I got things set up correctly now. Reference is right, so come on back and I'll send you this.
Alright, Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf. This is Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu speaking into the radio, running 200 watts. You're around 25 miles from me, so take a picture of that and send me a text message, and I'll see what I look like RF-wise. Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu, over.
Alright, I got it. It's coming your way. WB1G.
Thank you, W6JCZ.
KG6, VJC, radio check, please.
I hear a radio check very, very low in my noise. Did anybody else hear this, gentlemen?
Yeah, I heard that radio check around 5 and 4 signal report here from Sacramento, over.
How about now, KG6, VJC?
I believe it's AJT, Alpha Juliet Tango. If that's correct, come on back. But, yeah, much better this time.
Kilowatt Gold 6, Victor, Kilo, Charlie, over.
All right, let's try this again. I'm going to get you in my log. Sorry about that. I didn't have the screen up. It was Kilowatt Golf 6. Give me the last three of your call again here. I'm going to give you a 4746 to my station in Rockland, California, but I got a high noise floor, so don't let that discourage you. Give me the call again. Kilo Golf 6, what again?
Roger, Roger. How about now? Over.
Yeah, definitely. You're 5'9" now. I hear you just fine now. Go ahead with that call again. Let me look you up.
Roger, Roger. 1, 2, 3, 4. KG6 VKC. That was my audio. This is my first contact with my Hellcraft.
Oh, fantastic. All right, let me make sure I've got this right. Are you Steve or Steven in Campbell, California?
Correct. Steve, Campbell, California. KG6 VKC.
All right, we got you. Let me hand you around. There's a whole bunch of stations on frequency. You're 5'9" to me. You're a little quiet, and I kind of wonder if it almost sounds a little bit like an audio thing. You're a little quiet, but let's hand you around a little round robin. We'll give you to Jim. He is about 20 miles west of me in Woodland, California, just right outside of Sacramento, and then he can hand it to someone else. Jim, how do you hear Steve in Campbell?
Hey, Steven, Kilo Golf 6, Victor, Kilo Charlie. We have spoken several times on the phone, and yeah, I have you around a 5 and 6 into Sacramento, over.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening. KG6 VJC. By the way, how's my audio?
Your audio is a bit muffled, but I get a full copy on you. There's
closer to the mic.
Mostly mids and lows, but it's a solid copy over here.
I agree with that. Hey, Steve, can you get a little closer to the mic? Work at a little closer proximity.
KG6 VJC, I'm on now.
Yeah, you definitely come up louder than before, but still the same dynamics to your voice, over.
Say again, please. Say again, please.
I said you're sounding a bit louder, but still the same dynamics to your voice. Basically, mostly mids and lows, very little highs.
Let's see how Camarillo hears you.
Nice evening. KG6 VKC in the group. Good night. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Hey, Steve, don't head away too fast. We got a few others here. Down south, Camarillo. Al, you still around? And do you hear Steve in Campbell?
Okay, Roger. Waiting for replies.
No, I don't think he hears me very well. Jeff, do you hear him?
I do, but he's real right down to my noise. I can hear the bass, but I can't make out what he's saying.
Well, Steve, the Heath kit, it's working. I'll relay Jeff in Fallon, Nevada. He hears you, but you're right at his noise, and like Jim and I were both mentioning, the audio's kind of muffled on the muddy side, almost like there's a piece of cotton between your mouth and the element. But maybe if you can bump the highs up and maybe bump the overall modulation up, it's hard to tell. But yeah, it's working. That Heath kit is still working.
Roger, Roger. Thank you.
You got it, brother. 73 WB1G.
Guys, I think I'm going to pack it in for the evening. I'll go in the other room, scrub the teeth, and lay myself down and probably pass out pretty quickly. So, everybody have a fantastic evening and a good day tomorrow, and perhaps we'll catch you again tomorrow evening. 73 is all the way around. K5 BLS Carson City.
I don't want to be a buzzkill, but I'm going to follow suit as well. 7-3 to you, Jeff. Thanks for the help and the advice today. And 7-3 to all of you that are still hanging out tonight.
Well, all I would like to say is, what do you use for the pass-out material?
What do I use for the pass-out material? I must be operating at a low baud rate because I'm not getting that.
Well, okay, never mind. Okay, so anyway, sometimes people can't fall asleep all, quickly. And so, anyway, they use a supplement, right?
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Well, typically I'll throw back some melatonin, but depending on the night, it could also be a glass of wine. Or if we're really going crazy, well, I don't want to admit that on the licensed airwaves, but, other legal substances, perhaps.
Yeah, right. No, dude, I'm right with you, man. So anyway, we're all in good hands there. Anyway, have a good evening, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm completely toast, so I'm out of here.
Good evening, guys. JCZ.
You're baked. I'm just kidding. I hear you, man. Good night. 7-3 WB1G.
KF7QNI QRT.
W6JCZ.
Take care, Jim.
friends in Cupertino, the Schumachers. Went to Monte Vista High School with them. And here in Campbell. Stephen, how long you been an amateur radio operator? Over?
20 years. I just got this Elcoff KPA 1500 last week.
Well, we want to welcome you and thank you for coming in. What's your radio there?
ICOM 7610.
That's a beautiful radio, Stephen. How long you live in Campbell there?
About 10 years.
Oh, very good. Kevin and I grew up there in the Silicon Valley. We had a great time there and many good memories over the decades. And so we want to say thank you again for coming in. That 7610 is doing a beautiful job.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good evening. 7-3.
Hey, Steve, before you go, yeah, I lived on Connie Drive, which is right off of near Bud Ave. Over.
I don't know where that is.
Okay, 73. Have a good evening.
And before you go, I want to say hello from British Columbia. This is Victor Echo 7 Romeo Mike Echo. You're kind of in the noise and rough copy, but I do want to say hello.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
73.
7-3.
73, Stephen. Thank you for coming in. And wow, Kevin, your old stomping ground.
Yeah, I used to go down Bud Avenue every day, taking a bicycle or walk to school there on that road.
Does it bring back good memories?
Nostalgic maybe, but not necessarily good memories. I got tired of walking. I had to talk my dad into getting me a bicycle because it was about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles to school.
Isn't that where you rode the illegal dirt bike and the police officer pulled you over?
Well, not on Bud Avenue, but yes, I was in Campbell. Over.
Naughty boy. All right, Lucas, how long you been up there in Canada? Your whole life?
Yep.
You must love it. Which part? Where are you?
I'm in the southern interior of British Columbia.
Near the border?
I'm 135 miles north of the border.
QSL, are you near the coast or inland?
Inland.
Oh, it gets up quite a bit colder then?
Yeah, it gets fairly cold in the winter, but also very hot in the summer.
Very good. And what do you do up there? What's your job?
I'm actually a high school student right now. I'm 15 years old and I'm in grade 10. I did work last year during the summer as well at fruit stand here, and this year I'm working to apply at the Bella Radio, which is and I've been in there a couple of times. They've asked me to apply every time I've been in there, so I am working on that currently, and that's the plan for this summer.
Oh, that blew me. I thought you're like near retirement age. Oh my goodness. I want to say congratulations. And, I have a couple questions for you if you don't mind. I'm a school teacher, and I'm trying to start a amateur radio club at our school. First one in the entire district. And I'm going all the way to the top, one down from the superintendent. It looks like it's going to the superintendent. But my question is, do you have any recommendations? Of course, this will be elementary school. Later, probably middle and high schoolers would probably plug in as well. But I wanted to start with 6th graders. Do you have any recommendations?
I don't really know, because I've had some people suggest that to me to try and start something up at my school here, and I'm not really sure how to get interest in it here. I know there used to be one at the high school I'm at back in the 70s, because some of the local hams here were teachers there and can remember actually teaching the ham radio course there I've even actually got some equipment that was used for that, but I'm not really sure how you can get interested in that because I haven't been able to figure it out myself.
W6JCZ. Okay, another station in there, one moment. Thank you for honesty. And dude, again, a huge congratulations. 15 years old and you got your license. That's a massive milestone. In fact, that's what at my last school, last year, I announced, well, I shouldn't say last year because we just finished last week. So the year before, I guess. I announced it to my 5th and 6th graders. I'm not joking. I had 80 to 90% positive response to the survey and the verbal survey with the hands raised. And so I just told them, hey, it's a way of talking around the world. It'll look good on your resume. I want to emphasize that for you, Lucas. You're going to be able to tell people, hey, when I was 14, I got my amateur radio license. That's a huge plus on your resume. And so I had 70 to 80% positive response at the last school. And the new school where I'm at, it's not so positive, but I think if it's well presented, I think I could get some kids in there. So thank you for sharing. That's very encouraging for me, and I appreciate you letting us know. There was another station we want to let you in there, and I apologize for motor mouthing so much. Alpha Juliet 6 X-Ray Whiskey. Other station, go ahead, please.
K7 FXD.
W6JCZ. Well, that's strange. It came in super loud, but it was distorted, and then super low. I don't think that was QSB. Come back again, please, with your call sign.
Whiskey 6, Juliet, Charlie Zulu.
K7 FXD.
Thank you. I'm not sure if you're switching different buttons, but on a part of your key up, you're coming in like 5.9 plus, and then the other portion of the key up was less than an S5. But I did copy Kilo 7 Foxtrot X-Ray Delta. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening. Handle here is Dave, Delta Able Victor Easy. We're in the Reno Sparks area of Nevada. And I stopped in to do a little, just a quick tidbit of work on the computer in my office, and had the transceiver on. I turned up the volume, and
there you go.
heard you guys talking, so I thought I'd say hello. I'm not going to stay too long, but again, we're in the Reno Sparks area of Nevada, just up in the hills and valleys, just north of Interstate 80, about 500 feet above the valley floor.
Here 2 or 3 years ago,
about
in a month, he had caught over 100 right out
into
between the house and the barn and in front there. Over 100, even a big rattlesnake.
Mounted on the top of my wooden side yard fence, about 5 feet off the ground, and the feed point's about 5 feet off the ground. I also feed the 17-meter B and a 6-meter B. All three of them have 4 or 5 years ago SWR, and we're pretty good for a restricted antenna. We're in the HOA community here, so I can't put anything up in the air, but I've been very satisfied with, we've been living here almost 10 years now. I've worked 20-some countries and all 50 states. How many have we got now? 50? Yeah, I guess. I've been licensed 60 years last October, and again, the handle's Dave. We're in the Reno Sparks area. Back to net, this is K7 FXT.
W6JCZ. Thank you. That might be another station. I think I might have mistaken you for another station, Dave. I looked at your QRZ. Dude, you just totally blew you blew me out of the water. Kevin, you got to look at it. Kevin's KB7000 up in Idaho. We've been striving, Dave, to get our antennas as high as we can. I'm surrounded by over 1,000 almond trees. I can't put the can't put any cables in the almond trees because of machinery, but I'm trying to get my antennas as high as I can, and you just blew my belief systems completely out of the water. Kevin, he's got a phenomenal QRZ page. It shows, I am not joking, dude, a dipole, 40-meter dipole, 5 feet off the ground, and he's just kicking butt. Dude, that is amazing. Dave, thank you for broadening our horizons and showing us that maybe height isn't as all important as some of us think. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that back to Kevin, and I think there might have been another station, KB7000. Kevin, do you copy Dave there in Reno?
Yes, I copy him. Unfortunately, I had a neighbor complain about my signal being interrupting his television. I do not know why. So I'm operating off of the linear. Do you still copy?
I copy you, Kevin. You mean you had a neighbor that just knocked on your door?
That's true. Yeah, just knocked on my door. He said, "Are you running the linear?" I said, "Yes."
Oh my God! It's 11 p.m. Oh, yeah. Is he using OTA over the air or what?
Well, I have OTA on my television, and it's not interfering at all. That maybe I need to try my linear a little higher. I'm just running at 100 watts right now off of the radio. Over. Contact radio check.
There's a comment. Let's let that comment come in, and let's defer to Dave, who's got 60 years experience. we're total rookies here. AJ6XW, comment. Go ahead.
My name is Roger. Roger Whiskey 6 Charlie Victor Alpha in Carlsbad. I just want to do a radio check if I may there, over.
You're most welcome. Whiskey 6, come back with your full call sign.
Oh, that's
Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu.
Charlie Victor Alpha. That's W6CVA out here in Carlsbad, California, QSL.
Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu.
That's Whiskey 6 Charlie Victor Alpha, Charlie Victor Alpha.
We got you, Roger. That might be another station that has a similar call sign. And thank you for coming in. I have you at S9, and somebody's bouncing into S9 plus 5. But the audio is a little challenging in the sense of muffled, and I'm not sure how that can be addressed or what needs to be done there, Roger. But the audio is not that clear. And I think you said you're in Carlsbad. Roger, back to you, sir.
All right, roger that. Okay. Anyway, not that clear. Maybe I just got a muffled voice. I don't know. But, okay, well, it could be off frequency. That could be.
W6JCZ, W6JCZ.
Romeo, Mike Echo, British Columbia. You're about S7 here. You started off frequency, and now it's drifted into the frequency. It sounds good now.
All right, roger that. Yeah, this is an old Kenwood TH130S. So sometimes it may be too high. Sometimes it's too high. Usually never too low, just too high. So that digital counter on here is not exactly accurate. I tried. You know, you got to let it sit for an hour to set. Then you always right at the frequency. So it could be 80 to 100 kilohertz off there, over.
Yeah, that's close to the noise floor for me. I'll pass it back to... someone else had it there for a second.
Thanks for coming in, Lucas, and thank you for the explanation. And Roger, yeah, it does sound better. And so I didn't realize frequency could have that big of an impact. And you got some great gear there, and I bet you that's quite a history too. So yeah, 5, 9 plus 5. And I want to say congratulations. Go ahead, Roger, back to you. Whiskey 6, Charlie Victor Alpha. This is Alpha Juliet 6 X-Ray Whiskey, Sacramento County. Go ahead.
Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu.
Very good. Yeah, I'm down here in Carlsbad Beach, right off of Carlsbad Beach in Carlsbad. Anyway, I was working on my MFJ 986 tuner. I was having some tuner issues, so I got it figured out. I had some dirty connectors. Some black stuff was inside the center conductor of the 239s on the input side of the tuner and output, and cleaned up the selector switch. So seems to be working very well now. I just got to figure out why the meter's not working 100%. I get 100 watts input, now I'm going to get 10 watts output. So I may have some bad circuits in the circuit board or components of the circuit board, or I may just have a meter that's out of adjustment. So, I got to figure that out there. Over to you, W6CDA.
W6JCZ, W6JCZ. There is someone else in there, I hear. Okay, Roger, thank you. And again, it's a very strong signal from Sparks. That might be NVIS, Near Vertical Incident Skyway. I want to wish you all the best. And then, Roger, just hold on 1 second, because Kevin just had his neighbor knock on his door at 11 p.m. saying he's I haven't heard of this since the 70s, Kevin. He's broadcasting on his neighbor's television. And we have Dave, Kilo 7 Foxtrot X-Ray Delta. Can you please shed some light on this? Over to you, Dave.
Okay, thank you. Well, you are 20 over 9 here in the Reno area. Very nice, very copyable signal, great audio. W6CVA is about a little over S9, but I agree, the audio is very poor. It's very muffled, mostly low end, no high end, not crisp. You need to do some serious audio work there on your transceiver EQ settings or microphone or something, because you're very hard to copy. W6CJA and AJ6CZ, both about 5 over 9, a good copy here in Reno. I'll say 73s and let you guys carry on. The XYL has stuck her head in the door of the shack and said, well, you got to finish this movie we're watching. So I got to go. But you guys sound great. I'm glad you let me in tonight and say hello. We'll keep an ear out for you in the future. Anyways, 73 to everybody involved. This is K7FXD, Reno Sparks, Spanish Springs, Nevada. We'll catch you guys again. Good night.
Whiskey 6, Juliet, Charlie, Zulu, W6JCZ.
Whiskey 6, Juliet, Charlie, Zulu, I copy you. And I also just want to say hello to Dave there before he goes from B7RME.
Go ahead.
Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar. This is I gotta close out for the night. QRT, past my bedtime. 73 all, over.
73, Kevin.
Kevin, 73s, and we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe we do a QRZ page post under antennas or amplifiers and see what we can do to alleviate that challenge. Dude, that is amazing. Like I said, I haven't heard of that since the 1970s with CB. All the best, Kevin. Thanks again for being here, and you really do have a fine sounding station. Alpha Juliet 6, X-Ray Whiskey. The other two gentlemen doubled, so I'm going to put it over to, and there's one other station trying to get in there, so let's see. I'm just going to go quiet here and see who comes in. AJ6XW, QRX, I'm standing by. Good night, Kevin.
WA6 Mexico, Italy Radio, WA6MIR.
Good night from K7FXD. See you guys soon.
JCZ.
Whiskey 6,
oh my
Juliet,
goodness, there's like 5 stations that came in. Let's start with Whiskey Alpha 6 station. It might have been LMR, I'm not sure. Go ahead, sir.
MIR, WA6 Mexico, Italy radio. Ron in near San Diego.
Hi, Ron, and welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, well, no, I'm just sitting here listening to you guys, and you're about the only people on the band here, so I just thought, I've got a new rig here. I thought maybe I'd just get a signal report, maybe an audio report. And I was just looking at the computer here. I was looking at eBay. I do a lot of eBay. And then a little bit later, I'm going to go watch Fox News, and I'm going to go watch Gut Feel at 12 o'clock here. But anyway, how does this sound?
It sounds beautiful, actually. I have you 5.9 plus 5. Audio is very good, and I'd give you like an A on that. And yeah, no complaints at all. You're coming in quite strong from San Diego, Ron. Back to you. Let's see. Whiskey Alpha 6, Mike, India Romeo. Back to you.
Hey, Dirk, I don't know if I doubled with you or what happened there earlier, but we also have a J6. Whiskey
I'm
6
waiting.
Juliet
Somebody's
Charlie
talking.
Zulu trying to get in there too. Want to let him in as well?
Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu. Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu.
Okay, I apologize, and thank you. Thank you, Lucas. You got good ears, bro. Let's do this. Ron, if you could come back and then finish up there, and then we have another gentleman that's been trying to get in there. I think there's 2 or 3 more stations as well. Alpha Juliet 6, X-Ray Whiskey. Back to you, Ron. Whiskey Alpha 6, Mike, India Romeo.
Well, you're much stronger than everybody. You're 20 over. Very, very strong. The other guys I can barely hear. Just real quick, where are you located?
I'm located in Sacramento County, and I'm using a system that maybe gives quite an advantage in many ways. I'm using the Hermes Light 2 that goes into a Hard Rock 50, and that excites the Mercury Lux at full limit. HF Auto for tuning, and then RF sampler from VK3 amp for the pure signal. And so that kind of gives me an advantage. I think I'd almost say I'm cheating, but I'm very happy to have friends that help me set it up. Back to you, Ron.
Well, whatever it is, it's very good. That sounded almost like a foreign language. I'm not quite up. I've been a ham for 65 plus years. I'm not quite up to all the newer equipment there, but whatever it is, sounds very good. Audio quality's like radio quality, really beautiful, very nice. I'll let you guys go. I got other stuff to do. I just wanted to get a quick. Here's the story here. The reason I broke in is I bought on eBay a brand new ICOM 7410 out of the box. It was like something from the past. An ICOM 7410, brand new, $600, and it came out in 2011 as a replacement for the 746. Was that what it was? Anyway, it's a fabulous rig, and I just bought it. I have 2 or 3 other rigs here, but couldn't pass up something from the past, brand new. You know, it'd be like getting a Drake TR7 out of the box, brand new. So something really from the past, brand new, but really a great rig, though. Anyway, so 7-3 to you guys. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ron. And a precious piece of history you have there indeed. ICOM 7410. Thank you for coming in. And I apologize. Let's see. Lucas, I think you may have a better copy on Whiskey 6, Juliet Charlie Zulu. So, Lucas up in BC. Victor Echo 7, Romeo Mike Echo. I'm going to shoot it up to you there for that other station. Go ahead, please, Lucas.
Yeah, W6JCZ, go ahead and take it away here. I've got, he's a little bit above the noise, but still kind of steady. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Whiskey 6 Juliet Charlie Zulu, Jim in Sacramento. This is Jim. Dirk, if you hear me, you should know me. Over.
Jim, let's see, I'm trying to, going through my memory banks in the brain. Please help me out. Go ahead.
The name here is Jim. You see me in Sacramento all the time. The call sign here is W6JCZ. Over.
Jim, the gentleman that's probably helped me more than anyone else on the planet is this Jim from HRO. Roger?
Roger. Some people call me Jim from Woodland. Others call me Yolo County Jim. Some people call me S1 Noise Floor. Others just call me HRO Jim. But yes, I am here in person on the radio. Over.
QSL and I'm trying to remember my Chinese. Ni hao ma and xie. Thank you for coming in. And so are you in Sacramento or are you in Brooklyn?
I am in Woodland, California, Yolo County. I just say Sacramento so people know exactly where I am. It's easier than saying Woodland and they ask a bunch of questions. I just say W6JCZ Sacramento and they know right where I am. Charlie Mike 98. There we go.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you for coming in. And you don't mind, and I hope I'm not keeping you up too late. My friend Kevin up in Idaho, this is the first time I've heard of something like this since the 1970s. So he's got a beautiful Yaesu 2100B. I just want to ask your thoughts on this. He's got a brand new, and by the way, that amplifier is like brand new. We tested it here before he got that. And let's see, he has a brand new 7300 in-fed, my antenna 7510. His neighbor just knocked on his door 11 p.m. saying, you're wiping out my television signal. Can you give us any insights? Over.
Well, I will say this. I have knocked out my neighbor's television running RTTY at just 10 watts. I knock out my own TV here to my right every time I get on any radio, be it 2 meters or HF. If you're running broadcast TV, it is definitely a thing, especially if you run high power at your station. Over.
All right. Well, thank you. Is there any way to alleviate that, like the toward rings and stuff like that? Over.
Well, I would start by checking the proximity of your transmitting antenna to their TV receive antenna. Oftentimes, you're just overwhelming the television's front end. I find that newer TV sets are more susceptible than older sets. I guess the newer sets are built with less shielding and more sensitive front ends. For example, I can be watching channel 13 here on the Sony Trinitron to my right, and I get up here at around 300, 400 watts, and the TV plays just fine. The TV downstairs, you give it, I can talk on an HT and knock it out.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I thought things are different nowadays, but obviously they're not, especially with digital OTA. You're talking about digital OTA, or are you talking about modem television?
Yeah, I'm talking about over-the-air television, because the TVs, like all radio receivers, have a front end, a AGC, all that fun stuff that we all know and love. And when you swap the front end with a massive signal, the AGC kicks in and the TV just stops receiving.
Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate you coming in. And let me put it up to Lucas. Lucas is 15 years old. He recently got his license. He's up in British Columbia. Victor Echo 7, Romeo Mike Echo. Lucas, I met Jim at the ham radio outlet right after I got my license, and I knew almost nothing at all. And so he really helped me in a lot of areas, both 70 centimeters, 2 meters, HF, VHF, all of that. And he's been really super kind and helpful. I don't think I could ask for a better Elmer, so to speak. And so, Lucas, I want to put it up to you there if you maybe want to talk to Jim. Let's see, Victor Echo 7, Romeo Mike Echo, up to you, sir.
Yeah, hello again there, Jim. That's pretty cool that you guys have met there in person and happen to find each other on the air here again. Yeah, you're kind of hovering up just above the noise, Jim. I have S6 noise, and you're about S7, so I'm kind of not 100% copy there. But yeah, I'll turn it back over to you, W6JCZ, B7RME.
Yeah, VE7RME W6JCZ. I see you are up in British Columbia. I can give you around a 5 and a 4. You are S4 armchair copy into my QTH here. I was listening to the conversation. First off, congratulations for getting your license, still being in high school. Well, I wish I was in your shoes. When I was in high school, I was still talking on a handheld CB radio, making contacts coast to coast. But yeah, definitely welcome in. This is great fun, as you can already tell. Talking to people all over the place, meeting people. It's like one big party line, and a lot of technical experimentation, a lot of electronics, and now computers are involved as well. So yeah, you're in good hands here. W6JCZ.
Yeah, I copied the S4 there, but you're really kind of in and out. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear very much of the rest of that.
Jim, how many watts are you using?
I'm running around 350 tonight.
And are you using that loop or which antenna again?
I am on a homebrew 40-meter dipole around 12 feet up off the ground.
QSL. All right. Yeah, I guess you're down in the noise a little there, but suddenly you came way up on my end. So Woodland. So what is this NVIS between you and I, or is it ground signal?
You know, given the distance between you and me, yeah, this could be ground wave.
Okay, QSL. Well, you sound really loud and clear here. And I want to say again, thank you for coming in. I think there might have been one more station in there. Can we give him a chance? Over.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I'm probably going to go and sign off as well. It's getting pretty late. It's almost 9:30. So yeah, Dirk, nice meeting you. And Lucas, nice meeting you as well. This is Jim, W6JCZ in Woodland, California, going QRT.
Thank you, Jim. I've got to get up there near you tomorrow, Roseville, so I go and buy. Are you going to be at HRO tomorrow? Oh, he may have already unplugged there. All right, this is Alpha Juliet 6 X-Ray Whiskey, Dirk in South Sacramento County. Was there another station in there that tried to get in? Please go ahead.
W7LU, Springfield, Oregon.
Yeah, just made a contact.
Yes, sir.
I think the edges of the lake might have been freezing over.
I heard KA7LUU. I have a copy.
Yeah, this is KA7LUU, my first transmission here. So, thanks, guys, for contacting me. I appreciate it. How am I coming through to you guys?
You're a good solid 5.9 signal here in British Columbia.
Well, very well, thank you. This is my first transmission with my new dipole, and I'm running a Kenwood 570, and I'm very new to this, so be patient with me.
Okay, congratulations. It seems to be working good for you. Dirk, do you copy him?
Yes, I copy him loud and clear, but I'm a little confused on his call sign. The 6 Lima uniform. Is it Kilo Alpha 6 LUU? Is that a Roger?
Kilo Alpha 7 Lima uniform.
I apologize. Well, again, a huge welcome. I think you said it's your first contact, and we want to say you're doing quite well there. And let me see. My name is Dirk. I'm located in South Sacramento County, and There's been a number of people here. Your name is Randy, Walterville, Oregon. Randy, a huge welcome. And tell us where Walterville is. Over.
Walterville is east of Springfield, Eugene area by about 25 miles. This is funny because we were on the air with my father-in-law, my dad, K6YIS. We were just talking to your group about 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, and I thought I'd get down here and try my radio out to see if you guys might hear me or not. So I'm very happy to hear that you guys, I'm coming in loud and clear.
And QSL, you just passed your technician license, Roger?
That is affirmative, I did.
And how old are you?
I am soon to be 53, and my father-in-law has been trying to get me to do the ham thing for many, many years, and about 35 years to be exact, and I finally decided, I got retired and decided to try a new hobby, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
That's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing. And are you broadcasting from his station?
That's negative. I got home. I live about 10 minutes from him, and I wanted to try my radio out to see if it's actually transmitting and somebody can hear me. The propagation's been so bad this last week. This is the loudest and clearest signal I've even picked up this week. So, yeah, excited about this.
Well, again, a massive congratulations. What's your system again, your radio and antenna?
I'm running a Kenwood 570 on a dipole G5 RV, I believe that's what it's called. And it's just running barefoot, I believe they call it. And yeah, I'm thinking about getting a
240 volt circuit, so this one you can run it just off of 120 volts, which is nice.
HL2K-S is what I'm talking about.
Roger, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking if I did get the 240.
I've heard a lot of good news on those tuners if you get one of the older models, but the newer models, I would avoid them like the plague because I know those owners and they couldn't get, how do you say that? I have a friendship with the owners. They couldn't get the quality components for the newer model, Roger.
And then,
wow, I haven't heard anything about that. Thanks for the information. I'll have to do some more research on that. Thank you very much. Another little tidbit of information. I have got K7LU with my father-in-law's previous call sign before he got his original from back in 1957 when he got K6YIS. And anyway, so when I met him, he was using KA7LUU, and I was able to grab that and continue the tradition on.
QSL. And again, I'm not at all speaking negative of the owners are Paul and Ava. They're really good people. They originally came from the nation of Hungary, and top-notch people, A+++. So, but there has been a challenge after COVID with getting components of a high enough quality where the equipment will work well, and they've struggled in that area. The older tuners are supposed to, they pass with flying colors, and I think you can still get parts for those as well. And so I'm going to put it back up to Lucas and see if he's still there, if he can hear you too. Victor Echo 7, Romeo Mike Echo. Lucas, back up to you.
Yeah, Randy's still sounding good up here. Yeah, very good. And yeah, again, congratulations there, Randy. The setup's sounding good. Yeah, I heard you mentioned earlier there. I thought I recognized that call right away. And yeah. By the way, SDR.
Yeah, it seems like the built-in tuner is working pretty good for me, but I've been recommended by several people to maybe get a remote turner or standalone. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm glad to hear things are coming loud and clear right now. Thank you.
Yeah, I do like the standalone tuners. I got one of them in this setup as well. Works really good, and it'll tune a lot farther off mismatches than the built-in one will. And I also have a KW107 Super Match in the other setup. This thing will tune just about anything. I actually once, when I was doing some work on it, tried to tune up my CB vertical on 40 meters, and it actually not only tuned it up, but actually did get out a little bit as well.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, but the drift was on, and I couldn't catch the last half of that transmission, so I apologize.
Yeah, I still copy.
Your boat's still coming in 5.9 plus 10 here. Maybe one helpful comment. I bought another one. I liked the first one so much. A Palstar HF Auto, yes, they're much more expensive than a lot of the other tuners, but I feel like I'm driving a Cadillac or a Porsche. It's all automatic. It's just shocking in how it works. I bought it with the Lima Alpha 1K. That's the amplifier that's supposed to work perfect with it. I wasn't all that happy with that amplifier, but the HF Auto, a phenomenal tuner. And then that other tuner that you mentioned, like I said, if you look at, I recommend go to EHAM, I think it's .com or .net, and punch in that, or just put in the tuner name, the manufacturer and the model, and then put in reviews in your Google search engine, and you'll find the EHAM. You'll find massive reviews, and it's objective reviews where people just say, hey, this has been my experience. And that may help you in your quest to have a nice tuner there, Randy. Alpha Juliet 6, X-ray Whiskey, back to Kilo Alpha 7, Lima, Uniform.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the information. Could you please repeat the model number one more time for me? A little static for you.
Yep, one moment. Let me look it up for you. They make a number of tuners and really high quality overall. So Palstar. Hold on a second. And so the ones that I've heard massive compliments on them. Let's see here. Go here. Of course, I mentioned the HF Auto, but it's expensive. You really pay for that. That's a Hotel Foxtrot-Auto, and that's enough to spoil anybody, believe me. The two other tuners that have incredibly marvelous reputations, especially the older models, is the Alpha Tango 2 Kilo, that's AT2K, the 2,000 watt version for $795, and the other one is the Alpha Tango 4K, Alpha Tango 4 Kilo. It's a 2,500 watt version. That's for $1,395. The HF Auto, I think it's 1,800. I'll have to look here. $1,695, and they gave me a great deal. Free shipping and no tax. You can't beat that. So that is usable up to 1,800 watts. I don't go over 1,500, so it really fits the system here. HF Auto, expensive, but for me it's worth every penny. Hopefully that.
Partout pour voir depuis trial by fire.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, wow. Commodore 60.
Number 9, Mike, X-ray, WV9.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty cool. So I see you like to tinker then. Yeah, I'm a tinker.
Will be dead. His organs will fail out on the software, and I don't
There might be somewhere on that graph to be able to figure out what the ratio is, but I'm not sure what that is at the moment.
Gotcha.
It's free to use right now. I'm sure they'll start charging for it someday, but I use it almost exclusively on HF, and I also use it on weak signal for 2 meters as well.
UVH. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I was reading that. And then the guy I was working over in Montana, he's in Missoula, just over the hill here, and he had an S9 noise level, and he's the one that told me about it, and told me to go to the website and see it. And man, I was getting all excited until I found out I had run my audio over the computer. Oh, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, mine will run through USB. I'm thinking about throwing Windows 10 on a Raspberry Pi and putting it in the car for the 7000. Oh, amp didn't like that.
I heard that.
It doesn't like it when I talk too long on high power.
I'm glad it came back.
Yeah, it just times out and kicks it down into mid, which is probably where I should have had in the first place.
Big, and I don't get a belly like typical people. It just kind of builds up on me. But I was feeling out of shape, and I didn't feel well, and I started having problems with it. I was eating junk, and I was eating greasy food. And my innards, my bowels and my colon and all that, you know what I'm saying? I was really feeling it, and I seriously know, I know that I was hurting myself. And I stopped because it was hurting me, and I can't.
Your phone is